Joined on the phone now by Ina Shevchenko. She was also attending that event we were just talking about in Copenhagen at the time of the shooting. Ina, welcome and thank you for joining us.
Hi, hello, thank you for having me.
I'm joined here now by my colleague Jessica Stone as well, and we were just discussing the attack and wondering, was there extra security there? Was it on the minds of people there that there could in fact be an attack there as well, like the one we saw in Paris?
Well, the reason why people from the audience and us, the speakers, are alive is, in fact, because there was police before. And police was protecting the place. And the panel took place in the room that didn't have windows, and the doors were protected and locked. And this is why the target for terrorists became policemen who were protecting the room where the panel debate took place. People were in the room and nobody was injured.
Ina, this is Jessica Stone. I want to just ask you, this was hosted by the Lars Vilks Committee, which is very public about its events. They have a website, and of course they had just given this award to Charlie Hebdo. Is there any sense that you have that because of the openness of putting the agenda and the speakers on their website, that might have aided the people trying to find you today?
Well, of course, this is the reason for sure why this person or people, we don't know how many were there today, came today and decided to attack this event. Of course, they chose the target, and they knew that people like Lars Vilks and feminine representative will be there. Of course, we can think that this is because the event was announced and the guests of the event were announced. This is the reason why the attack happened. But again, because the attack could happen, it doesn't mean we should not organize such events, and it doesn't mean we should not announce the speakers, because if we will start to express our fear, if we will start to be silent and not to organize such events like today, then I think it will worth us even more lives than it's worth right now.
Ina, you sound quite shaken up. I'm wondering if you thought twice personally before attending the event today. Were you afraid for your own safety?
Well, being an activist and being politically involved in this fight is definitely, of course, affecting you. And my voice is shaking. And of course, I'm not playing a big hero saying that, of course, I'm not affected. Of course, I am affected. And this is not the first experience of me personally and I'm an activist of being attacked for what we are doing and for what we actually are saying and promoting freedom of speech. But again, because of the danger that this can happen, it doesn't mean we should stop activity. And, we just 1 month ago, we lost 12 closest friends from Charlie Hebdo. We lost 12 ideological brothers. And of course, we've been told that this attack is not the last one. And of course, to be honest, of course, I did expect that at any events that we attend, something like this can happen. But this is not, we should not be questioned for that. We should not be questioned for organizing those events. We should not find guilt in ourselves for organizing those events and continuing the activity. I celebrate Charlie Hebdo survivors who are continuing the activity. I hope that Lars Vilks, and definitely I can ensure all of you that Femin will continue the activity. Why Charlie Hebdo? Why today we became a target? Because we are, in fact, lonely in this fight. If we would not be that lonely, we would not become a target. We would not be that visible as we're visible now. And we are visible because we are so few. This is why let me use an opportunity with my shaking voice to ask everybody that we don't have to have a fear. My shaking voice is, it will pass. It's just for a few minutes after the shots hearing during my speech. It will pass. What we have to do right now, we have to celebrate freedom of speech and to express it and to expose it with bravery, with exactly the same bravery that terrorists have exposing their ideas.
You wrote on your Twitter feed that you were actually in the middle of your talk and talking about the level of religious freedom you felt Europeans had at the time. Can you just take us through what you saw and what you heard as you began to hear those shots? How did people react?
Yes, my speech lasted for 3-4 minutes, I think, and right that time, just a few seconds before we heard the shots, I mentioned Charlie Hebdo and their activity and their bravery. And then, as you mentioned at the beginning, I said about illusions that sometimes we can have in Europe, that we have a freedom of speech and we fully can enjoy it. And once I finished this sentence about illusion, ironically, we heard shots. And when we heard shots, first, nobody really reacted because, let's be honest, we didn't want maybe to accept it, and we thought maybe it's a firework. So I don't know what was that. Maybe it's whatever sound. And then in some seconds, we heard shots were not stopping. It was a kind of in a row, a lot of shots at the same time. And then it seemed like there was a fire back. And when it became so loud that it was obvious that it's happening behind the door of the room where we were sitting, people started to run. Everybody was running in different corners, and some people were hiding themselves under the stage or under the tables. And one of the workers, one of the organizers of the event, opened the back door of the room where we were, and people started to run there. And I've been grabbed by one Danish journalist who grabbed my hand and pulled me out of the room, and we were running, and again everybody was running different sides. And while we were running, we saw that people were entering one of the buildings next to the cafe where the panel took place. So we just entered the building and locked the door with strangers who helped us. And after, in some minutes, we called police, and in some minutes there were police just surrounded all neighborhood, and then police bus evacuated all people from inside of the building, and people who ran away from the place, like me and journalists who were with me as well. Right now we're in police station together with people from the audience who were attending the event, who came to listen about freedom of speech. There is a French ambassador, François Zimmeré, with me here. Organizing committee, everybody's here right now. We've been told by police that we don't know when we will be able to leave the station, and that investigation is going on right now.
Okay,
and
well,
once
Ina
we have clear information, do let us know.
Thank you so much for your time. We are certainly sorry what you've witnessed, and our hearts go out with you. And